scaling the walls, they're storming buildings, they're burning buildings down, I never thought it would actually happen. Oh God. No. No, please! Yeah, that's right.
Oh God.
That's right. The woke is taking over. You heard it. The woke is taking over, and there's nothing you can do about it. Shut up!
God.
There's nothing you can do about it. We are here to take everything you own. We are here to take over the world, and you can't stop it. There's nothing you can do about it. We have finally taken over, and you always knew that we would. You always knew that we would. And now everything, every film, every game, everything is going to be woke. Get ready for every character to be a woman, to be disabled, to be gay, to be trans. It's gonna happen. Every single character. That's right.
No.
That's right. Shut up. There's nothing you can do about it. This is the world now. This is the world that the left wants. This is the world that the woke wants. And now the world's finally gonna be a better place. That's it. Just want to make the world a better place. Can I help you up, dude? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to knock you over like that. I am back. Yes, I was gone for a little bit, but I'm back. I don't know for how long I'm back, but I'm back. And don't worry, I do intend on giving you guys a Christmas present. I just happen to have not filmed it at all yet. Look, I may have been gone, but I come back with a new playlist. Welcome to Just Ranting. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. These aren't scripted. These are just off the top of the dome what I want to rant about. So, The Witcher. The Witcher 4 trailer is out, guys. This is not a drill. This is not a joke. It's actually out. And yes, I did lose my mind. Ciri is now the main character of the Witcher games. And if you know anything about The Witcher, has always been the second main character. But that, we'll get into that. But guys, have you considered that the woke are ruining The Witcher? They went woke, guys. They made the main character a female. They made her like women. They are pushing the gay agenda. They are pushing the female agenda. They are pushing the woke agenda. You think I'm joking? Tell me this isn't a man. Look at that jawline. You don't think that that's a man? You think that's a woman? No. They're going woke. That's a trans. That's a trans person. That's really a man. Sorry there, guys. Conservative got the best of me. Like my other personality, No, this is not a joke. There are many complaints going around Twitter specifically, of course, right now about the teaser that we got to see, the 6-minute teaser trailer for The Witcher 4, and I'm pushing it. If you don't know anything about The Witcher, or even if you do, basically, there's a world in which these creatures called Witchers exist. They're like hybrid humans. They have like super senses, and they can do like signs. It's basically like magic. They can like cast little signs like fire or like a shield or whatever, but even like magic users in that world judge their signs and see it as like child's play. They're monster hunters, and they basically protect the population from monsters, but they're also hated because they're scary, even though they save the people from whatever. Geralt of Rivia has been the main character. He's been the focus for all 3 games. The games were based off of the books. Witchers are turned into witchers as young boys. Women can't be witchers. And you have to go through the trials as a young boy, because when you're an adult, you're like not as like malleable. But he gets an adoptive daughter, and even though she doesn't go through the trials or anything, she does essentially become a witcher in all other forms. She learns how to fight like one, how to protect like one, everything from the Witchers, okay? So she is a witcher, just not in all the ways. Her name is Ciri, or Cirilla, and she is the second main character alongside Geralt. But if you know anything from The Witcher, in any adaptation, The Witcher is about Geralt as a main character, yes. To build up to when we meet Ciri, Cirilla of Sintra, the Witcher. However, Even though the main character has been Geralt this whole time, as it should be. They have made Cirilla a woman. The main character? What? And you know what's so unfortunate is the biggest complaint that I've been seeing right now is her looks, which is already crazy out of all the things that you could complain about, especially since this is a game, which you're meant to play, not watch. It's not a movie. It's a game. But they're complaining about how she looks because not because like the anatomy doesn't look right or anything, but because she's no longer hot. Keep in mind, the last time we saw her, she was like fresh 20 or something. Yeah. Why have you made her look purposely unattractive in comparison to how she looked in Witcher 3? And why the manly voice? The only way this butchered sorry. The only way this butchered version of Ciri will do well is because she's riding on the coattails of Geralt. The trailer did nothing for me. Was that supposed to be Ciri? Because despite the graphics, she's a downgrade from Witcher 3 in looks department. Enlarged orbicularis oris, too compressed glabella, Nagian bridge too high, body of zygomatic bone is too high. Man, did they make her hit the wall. Hit the wall? Sir. She went from 20 to a full-grown adult with a full-grown brain, and she hit the wall. Ooh, so that's interesting. I think we're learning more about you than we are anything else. Is this the manly voice in question?
There are no gods here. There are only monsters.
That's the manly voice in question. That's the manly voice in question. Are we mentally well? Hit the wall and it's just a 20-year-old becoming an adult. It's just so funny because the literal only difference is that she's older. And you can't like try to come up with some kind of excuse or something. Because like even in the series, in the Witcher series, Freya is young herself. And people were complaining when they went from season 1 to season 2 and they very clearly aged her up like physically. And look, I don't agree with that. I think it was really stupid because the whole point she's supposed to be very little and look very young, and that's why it's so unnerving and uncomfortable. However, every time you would look at the reason why they didn't like that she looked physically aged up was because she wasn't attractive anymore. She wasn't attractive. Not to mention all the comments I've seen of people being like, why can't you do a route where you romance Ciri as Geralt? Why can't I romance my adopted daughter? Why can't I do that? I should be able to do that. I am looking at her right now, and there is not a single manly thing about her. I don't understand. Everyone always uses the jaw complaint. Everyone who is like, oh, they're going woke, trans people, ew. It is always the jaw or the shoulders, but it is always the jaw. And what's so funny is that this is a female character. They are written as a female character. It's not like they could even be trans. They just drew a female character, and you guys are like, trans. Going woke because they're trans. That is a female character, my friend. This whole argument and complaint of like, oh, the woke, the left, they're going crazy. They're making everything woke. Oh, the left making everything woke. They're making everyone trans. Oh, why do all the female characters look manly? Is just so funny and crazy and wild and all those words. Because these are the same people who say, we always know, and then target cis women that they think are trans. But that's not the only reason why they're calling it woke. Do not get it twisted. They have the audacity. They're doing this in fucking everything now. Like, it's disgusting. Why can we not have a straight character? Since when does Ciri like women? Why are we getting that? Oh, I don't know. Maybe since like the moment we saw her. Maybe she's always been that way, and we've known that the entire time. It's almost like we had several times that we saw that she was queer in the third game. And you forgot about it, I guess. Are you gonna tell me this isn't straight? Why can't women be friends anymore? The people throwing tantrums over The Witcher being woke right now clearly haven't read the books for a start, but also are full of shit because they had no problem when stuff like this was literally in The Witcher 3. Which also brings me to how they're complaining about how Ciri is now drinking potions, like Witcher potions that she shouldn't be able to drink because humans can't drink Witcher potions because they're toxins. And they're complaining about lore inaccuracies. They're like, that's not accurate to the lore. You know what's not accurate to the lore? That a woman can be a Witcher. That she can take the potion, that's not accurate to the lore inaccuracy. Why are you caring about lore inaccuracies now? Honey, they've always been there. Which is also why it's so funny to me when people hate on the series, the Witcher series, for being so, like, inaccurate according to the books. And it's like, my friend, the games were like that too. Everything is, because it's an adaptation. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. No one is ever going to make an adaptation of a previously existing work and to make it 100% the same shot by shot, line by line, because they're going to change things. That's why they're doing a different adaptation. But fine. You want to complain about lore inaccuracies? Okay. So let's talk about how it's not an inaccuracy then. It has been confirmed that off screen, after The Witcher 3, Ciri went through the trial of the grasses. It's almost like you would have known that if you would have taken the time to read the article that came out the very next day after the trailer and had the patience to read that, or just played the game and figured it out. The trailer just came out yesterday. It was barely a trailer. Maybe if we waited patiently to see the game, we would understand why she can now take potions and all that stuff. We didn't even need to do that. They told us the next day in an article, in an interview, that she went through the trial of the grasses and we didn't see it. And maybe we will see it. The point is, it is not an inaccuracy. She went through the trials. Okay, but she's a woman. Guys, she's a woman though. How is she allowed to do that? She's an adult and a woman. I don't know, maybe we should wait and see why. Have you ever thought about how maybe the reason why they say that is because of misogyny? Because there's no actual, like, physical reason for it, but just because they're like, we don't want women as witchers, they're weak. You didn't think about that at all. They're also super mad, of course, because she's the main character now. They're super upset that we're straying away from Geralt and going on to Ciri. And it's definitely because she's a woman. Because look, there is some to it that isn't about that, because they're used to Geralt. If we went off about, I don't know, Eskel or Lambert, or just, you know, just something, they would also be upset, but not like how they are now. And they definitely wouldn't be talking about his looks. Everyone's saying that Ciri isn't a witcher. It's called The Witcher, and she isn't the Witcher. It's Geralt. She isn't even a witcher. It's like you didn't pay attention at all. You want to talk about the book? You want to talk about how it's inaccurate because it's based off the book and it's not going off the book? Okay, fine. Let's look at the book. By the devil, she thought. Why not? I'd bet any money that in this world, a job could be found for a witcher girl. Because there isn't a world where there wouldn't be work for a witcher. A witcher has to defend and save. To defend men so that they aren't hung on trees by their hands, aren't impaled and left to die. To defend fair girls from being spread-eagled between stakes, rammed into the ground. Defend children so they aren't slaughtered and thrown into a well. Even a cat burned alive in a torched barn deserves to be defended. That's why I'm going to become a witcher. That's why I've got a sword, to defend people like those in Sodden and Trans River. Trans? The Trans River? Get rid of it! Because they don't have swords, don't know the steps, half-turns, dodges, and pirouettes. No one has taught them how to fight. They're defenseless and helpless in the face of the werewolf and the Nilfgaardian marauder. They're teaching me to fight so that I can defend the helpless. And that's what I'm going to do. Never will I be neutral. Never will I be indifferent. And that was just one example, but the thing is, to boil a witcher down to the trials they go through misses the entire point, I think. I feel like you don't know what a witcher is if you think that they need to have these things. A witcher is someone who defends the helpless, who saves people from monsters. But if they just had those senses and everything that they're given, they wouldn't be a witcher. Because a witcher isn't just someone who has, like, heightened senses and stuff. It's someone who protects people. And it's not even like she, like, got training from someone else or something. She got training from witchers. The only thing she didn't have were the senses and everything. Were the things that would be dangerous for her to do. And now she has done that. So why are we complaining now? Because, oh, women can't go through it. Once again, go back to what I said before. I just don't know what to do anymore, because if you don't pay attention to the media, then I can't make you. I can't make you. Last we saw Ciri, she was a young woman facing her destiny. But now, as depicted in a new cinematic trailer shown at the Game Awards 2024, Ciri is a fully fledged witcher hunting monsters for profit. Kalemba explains that following the events of The Witcher 3, Ciri has undertaken the famously painful trial of the grasses, which has mutated her into a powerful and resilient warrior. I love this grit in her. She's almost obsessed with the way that she lives. There are some moments where you have to go with your heart instead of always going with the calculated calls. And this is what I love in Ciri. She's less calculating, following her heart, her passion, her gut feel. It's this passion that will differentiate Ciri from Geralt, and subsequently The Witcher 4 from its predecessors. We want to let the players try to define her, says Kalemba. Unlike Geralt, who has been a veteran monster hunter for the entire Witcher saga, Ciri's only just starting her career. The fact that CDPR knew that this is a response that they would get, they knew that all this would happen, and they did it anyway, shows that they know what they're doing. They know that this was a necessary thing to do. They know that even though all of their fans aren't going, and in fact, a large number of them are not going to like this, may not play it at all, but they still do it, shows that they think this is just the right choice to make in the story. And you know what? It is. Because why is everyone freaking out about Ciri being the main character and us not having Geralt anymore, even though he's the Witcher? When the whole point was that he is retiring. Hey, in The Witcher 3, he retired. He passed on the torch to Ciri, his daughter. The Witcher! He had a daughter and he trained her to be the Witcher in all the ways that he could, right? And now a Witcher is retiring. Something that has never been heard of. Like, the Witchers don't retire, right? But he is getting the opportunity to do so. Do you not think that Geralt deserves to rest? After everything he's been through, that he didn't deserve to just rest, dude. You want to just keep playing games with him? It's like I think people miss the point of games, and they just see it as something to just mindlessly play. And that's why a lot of people, I think, are like, don't involve politics. And that's crazy. Games are art. Games are art with a story that affects the game. Yes, it is a game to play, but the story is important because it affects the game. Like I don't understand why you play a game and not care about the story. Like, games are just playable stories. That's literally all that they are. Ciri was always going to be the Witcher. We are always going to get something solo Ciri based, because that's been the point. Yes, Geralt has been the main character because we need to see him meet Ciri and help her become the Witcher. Ciri's the main character. Geralt may be the main character in, like, the story, like, we're given and everything, but Ciri is the plot. She is the point. So now that she's old enough to part ways with Geralt and go off on her own thing after she's been raised by her parents, yeah, we're not gonna have Geralt and have Ciri, because the reason we had Geralt and Ciri is because Geralt needed to raise her because she was a child. Also, though, this is just so funny to me. It's so funny to me, because The Witcher is notorious for giving us teasers and clips from the games where the characters look nothing like how they do in the actual game, and it's never been a problem till now. Interesting. I don't think this is the same man as this one. I don't think it's exactly the same man. Oh, but it is, though. I don't remember there being complaints about that, though. It's lore inaccurate, but they're fine with Geralt becoming conventionally attractive and being, like, super hot, when the point of a Witcher, they're supposed to be, like, off-putting, and he has, like, an ugly smile in the book. They make sure to point out how he is not attractive, not conventionally attractive, and people find him off-putting and scary and weird, and then they make him absolutely scrumptious. Just this. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you want. Like, I literally don't know what you want. I think you'd be upset no matter what at this point. Like, Ciri has always been queer. From the books, which you guys claim to have read the books and play the game, and you're upset that it's lore inaccurate, that it's not following, like, the books, that it's true to the books and everything, and you followed from the books to the game, or maybe the game and then the books, and then you got upset about that, but you're still here, right? But it's been woke ever since the source material, the books. She's always been queer in the books. From the book, she's queer. And then in the game, she is. And they're probably going to make her like that in the show in this next season because this is the time that's coming around. Who else is excited? Also, some people have been talking about it, and I can't check right now for multiple reasons, but they've been talking about how that might not even be true to begin with, that women can't become witchers. And that maybe, just maybe, it was a mistranslation or a misunderstanding. Some people say that it was never actually stated in the books that women can't pass the trials, but that they just never tried. And another person says the same thing, just in a different way. I believe it's stated that the mutations were only originally developed from males, never women, but I need to fact check. I'm pretty sure that it's never actually stated in the books that women can't pass the trials. It's literally just that they haven't tried. And as this person said, and as I've been thinking the entire time, people have been talking about how she doesn't need the Witcher sign. She doesn't need all this stuff because she's already uber powerful. Like, she's like a god. Do you believe a child of destiny would pass through the trials without danger? We believe that such a child would not require the trials. Who said that Ciri was using Witcher signs? She literally could have just been using magic to replicate Witcher signs. Like, we know that magic users, like, make fun, basically, look down upon Witcher signs because they're, like, it's, like, children level. It's for children. Why would, like, the pinnacle of magic herself, she can teleport, bitch. Why would she not be able to mimic and replicate Witcher signs? Like, okay. Disgusting. And a big disappointment that we lost Ghost of Tsushima first, and now Witcher as well, making women a protagonist. Really? All Western gaming industries failing with shit woke agenda, gay, and women. Fuck that shit. CD Projekt Red, thank you for ruining this game. Hard pass. Okay. Thank you for your opinion. Feminazi Killer Knight 6233. You just admitted you think it's woke to make a main character a woman. And you want us to take you 100% seriously. Like you're a real person. Now for the biggest question of the entire video. Are you ready? What is woke? What does that mean? What does it mean that it's woke to have a woman be a main character? What does it mean that it's woke that Ciri likes women? What's woke about that? What is woke? No, please do tell me, because it's not the actual definition. You literally said, thank you for ruining this game, and now we're losing The Witcher, as if Ciri hasn't always liked women since the books, the source material, and in the game, too. And one last time talking about this lore inaccuracy crap, and her becoming a Witcher, and how that's so wrong. It's always lore inaccuracy. But tell me why. This is what you have a problem with when the games are this loyal to the books. There are so many differences, and they take so much liberty and change so many things. But this is the issue. When a woman becomes a Witcher, it's so telling, and I don't understand how you don't see it, but everyone else around you does, and even tells you it, and you're like, you're woke. I hate to break it to you. This is a normal woman. Actually, I'm sorry, you're right. They made her more beautiful than normal women. She literally looked itty bitty, teeny weeny when we last saw her. She looked like she had just become a fresh adult, almost like a teenager when they decide to wear makeup for the first time. She looked good. She was beautiful, but she did look like that. And now she's just a grown woman, and that's woke. Bigger jawline equals woke. I'm gonna start saying that to everything now. You usually have Modelo in the spot, now there's Corona. Fucking woke. Every time someone makes me mad, I'm gonna say that they're woke. I just get an attitude or sassy or whatever you want to call this because I don't understand people who completely lack media literacy, period, but lack it and then complain about it when it's their fault for not understanding it. Like, I think this perfectly shows the death of media literacy because they told us in every single way, except for actually expressly telling us straight up that the torch was being passed to Ciri. That Geralt was retiring, and we're now moving on to a Ciri game. We were told that in every single way, except for verbally in those words. And they still didn't see it coming, or like wishful thinking that it wouldn't, or something. And like now they're all upset saying that it doesn't make sense, and it's like it made perfect sense. They made it make perfect sense in the story. Perfect sense. And they told us. And yet, I think it's really hard for them to come to terms with the fact that The Witcher has always been about a woman, always been about a woman becoming someone so extremely powerful and like a main character and everything. It was okay before when she was like the second main character, and you got to be the man, right? But now that the main character is a woman and it's completely focused on her, and we're leaving this character behind, it's hard for them to accept that it was all for her. It was all building up to this. And I don't care because it's their fault for being misogynistic. So cry about it, I guess. Moral of the story is cry about it, I don't care, Cole Parter. I don't know, guys. I just don't think that transvestigating a female character who was created to be female and a woman is healthy. I don't think it's a sign of mental wellness, mental health. I do think mental health professionals would call that out as being unhealthy, but then I'm sure you guys would just call therapists woke. It's really, 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 really easy to excuse like your behavior, because just slapping everything you don't like with a woke label, because you can say that to anything, and now you never have to change your like who you are or be better or anything. You can just say that everyone else is wrong and you're right. It's so easy. You're clearly not interested in like you're just interested in being coddled. That's it. And if you aren't, then you come up with something. You say that they're bad people or they're wrong or they're woke or whatever. You can't just accept that maybe you're the one who doesn't get it. I literally think that she looks absolutely perfect. I love her voice. Like, I am actually stunned because I'm very picky with these things, and I literally think she is absolutely perfect. They did a fantastic job. So far, of course. And I'm excited for season 4 of The Witcher 2. Excited to see how Liam's gonna look, and dude, no one's more excited than I am. Than to see Ciri in her Falca era in season 4. Oh my god. Wait, we're entering the 4 era. The 4th game, the 4th season. This is gonna be a good time, man. Follow me for more Witcher content because if anyone doesn't know this, The Witcher runs my entire life. I think about it every single day. I talk about it every single day. Day does not pass where I don't talk about it. I just never make videos on it for some reason. I made one before, but you probably won't like it. It's about why can't men be friends? And I'm talking about Ciri and stuff. Yes, I'm part of the gay agenda, guys. I read about 2 men kissing. I'm so sorry. I don't know how you got this far without knowing that, but you should probably leave now if you don't like that, because I talk about it all the time. So anyway, subscribe to me for more Witcher content if you want. How are we liking this new playlist, this new series of what did I call it? I just came up with it on the spot. Ranting, just ranting. Just ranting. How are we liking it? I'm just letting the thoughts come off the top of the dome. I'm not trying to be smart. I'm not trying to make sure my words are really, I'm literally, it's like I'm talking on the phone. So if you're like, this isn't very professional or something, that's why it's not professional. You're right. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, drop a smirking cat emoji. And that's it. Because I love that emoji. It's my favorite one. In case you guys were curious, if I had a favorite emoji and what it was, that's it. There you go. I use it all the time. But do remember to be a good person. Not a bad one, obviously. Because it's the one rule of the kingdom. The one law of the kingdom is not that hard. And also remember that I will not see you, but you will see me next time, of course, because again, that's how videos work. Unless I'm going live. But I say that's how videos work, not how lives work. So. Can you even see her? I just realized I'm wearing a black jacket, so you probably can't see her.